I fully punched him, which I don't think was in the script.
That way you were like, I want to improv specifically to punch Hugh Jackman.
I really want to beat him up.
This is her first convention, so I want you to give the warmest possible Calgarian welcome to our guest, Dafne Keen. I just stepped right on her beautiful shoe.
It's okay.
Thank you so much for being here. Look how good you look. Look, we're
twinning.
I know, we were talking about girls in suits here. Like,
I know, we love it.
Power chicks at this panel today.
Exactly.
So this is your first ever Comic-Con.
I mean, it's not my first Comic-Con. It's my first Comic-Con outside of like a press tour, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's my first one. Yeah, exactly. I've done it with but that's just mainly like interviews and panels and stuff.
Yeah.
This is more fun. Because I get to meet you guys.
Yeah, you having a good time? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's been really lovely. Everyone's really nice. I get to just have little sweet conversations. It's nice.
What are some of the most memorable conversations you've had this weekend with the fans?
There was these two little kids with the most amazing Joel and Ellie costume from The Last of Us, and I'm obsessed with them.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with them.
Are you a big Joel and Ellie, are you Last of Us fan?
Hello? Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
Who isn't, realistically?
So good. Have you played the game too?
I haven't. I'm not a big gamer. My parents were real granola parents. So we didn't have a TV, there were no video games. We had a projector and DVDs.
Interesting. Yeah. So what were you into growing up?
Movies.
Cool.
Movies and nature documentaries. That was my jam. Me and David Attenborough, we were like this.
What are some of the movies you really imprinted on as a kid?
I watched some Like It Hot, weekly.
Incredible choice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Weekly.
Super appropriate.
Yeah,
for children.
Appropriate.
Also, yes, absolutely.
Cabaret, really appropriate.
Great.
Not.
Yes.
What else did they made me watch some really oh, really? Really, guys?
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm thankful for it.
Yeah.
I have film knowledge now, so.
I love when granola parents make the most random exceptions.
Yeah.
Where they're no South Park, but Cabaret is totally fine.
Yeah. No, my parents were no violence, but you can watch War Horse. What? What do you mean?
But that's cinema.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well, because you come from a theater family, and
I do, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Your first role was when you were professional role was when you were 10.
I was 9.
That's amazing.
And
it was was it with your dad?
It was with my dad.
What was that like for your first role to be able to do that with your dad?
It was really fun. It was really sweet. It was a really fun coincidence because the producers didn't know we were family.
No way.
Yeah, no, they didn't. And then we got to set and they were like, "It's so great you guys are playing father and daughter and you have the same surname." And we were like, "Well, duh." What?
And we look alike too.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Literally, I'm his photocopy. But it was a really fun job. My dad had to kill me in that, which was hardcore. Yeah.
But still, no television. Still.
No television. No, my dad had to shoot me in the back with a shotgun, but no violence, guys.
That's totally fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Hypocrisy, honestly.
Well, and we're really happy to have you here in Canada, right? Everyone's very thrilled about that.
Thank you.
You were saying this is not your first time here, but it is your first time in Calgary.
Yes, it is my first time in Calgary. I love Canada.
Yeah?
I know, I actually love Canada. Best people. Hands down, best people. It's lovely. I haven't seen too much because I was so knackered yesterday. I just crashed.
Oh yeah.
But I've loved it so far. Everyone's been really nice.
You got to come back.
I've got to come back, 100%.
There's the mountains. There's so much out here.
Off the flight out, I was just glued to the window.
Well, if you end up in The Last of Us, I think they shoot that out here, isn't that right? We're gonna put that out there. Put her in The Last of Us.
Please. Well, the last one they shot in Van.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I think Edmonton a little bit, too.
I think so, yeah. I believe so.
We have some Edmonton haters in the crowd. Sorry. I know. We got a bit of a rivalry going on.
Okay.
Hockey teams, you understand.
Okay. I get it.
I think it's really cool that you're out here. It's really cool that you're out here at a fan convention. Everybody in here is a big fan of something. You've got to be. What are you into? What's your big fandom right now?
My big fandom right now? Honestly, I've been really into Yellow Jackets.
Oh my gosh, don't spoil me. I have not watched the 3rd season.
I've been really into Yellow Jackets, which sounds like a cop-out because my really good friend is Sophie Nalise, so it sounds like I'm plugging her. I am not. I started watching it because of her, and then by week 2 of us filming together, I was like, so who's the Antler Queen?
You have to tell me. You gotta give me the insight.
Like, I'm not telling you. And I was like, please, Sophie, just... And she didn't tell me.
She's amazing.
She's so good. She's the most wonderful actress ever in the entire world. I was so lucky I got to share scenes with her. She's honestly just... wow.
I would love to see you guys work together again.
I would love to. I would kill. So I'm obsessed with that. And now obviously season 2 of Last of Us has started, so.
Oh my gosh. So exciting.
I know.
Do we have some Last of Us fans in the audience also?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Season's gonna be so good too. I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
Pedro, you know?
Pedro.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Sorry, spoilers. Sorry. Whoops.
Everyone's dad. Or daddy, as the case may be.
Hey,
listen.
I feel like more daddy than dad, no?
I agree.
For sure.
No judgment either way.
No judgment.
Well, you have said that you have played many a feral girl over the course of your career. That's maybe like your specialty. It
is my specialty, for sure.
What do you feel like makes you so good at those roles?
Wow. God, that's a good question.
Sorry, I'm not trying to stump you.
No, you're not. That's a good question. I haven't had that one before. I think I am someone who's very connected to their body because I was a circus performer when I was younger. And so I can tap into my physicality quite easily. And I think that makes any action role or any like kind of more feral role easier for me, I guess.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think that it's easier to be less self-conscious when you're used to being in touch with your body like
100%.
that. Tell me more about being a circus performer as a kid.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great. I got into it really randomly. I wouldn't say I performed too much. I just trained in this like circus company in Madrid. Cool. It was fun. I was an aerialist. I climbed the ropes and stuff.
So you're not afraid of heights, I assume?
No. That's why I'm like, I really enjoy whenever like stunts are like, we're gonna have to put you in a harness. I'm like, yes.
You played X-23 for the first time when you were just 12. Do we have some Logan fans in the audience? I think probably. Me as well. Incredible. You were so amazing in that role.
Thank you so much.
How was it? Like, walk me through the experience of you getting that role.
Yeah. Well, I was actually 11.
Oh, sure. Okay. Wow, I've like goofed up every age.
It's okay.
Today.
No, but it's like, it's all vague. Like, it's a year's different. Who cares?
Fair enough.
The audition process was long. It was like, I think I did like 5 self-tapes.
Whoa.
Yeah, I did like 5 different self-tapes. I sent in really weird self-tapes. Like my parents and I got really excited about it. So we just kept like choreographing stunts before the scene. So I'd like flip into the scene and then I'd be like, start doing my lines. So I think the director probably thought, was like, who the fuck is this kid? And was like, oh, she seems interesting.
That was really smart. That probably set you apart immediately. Yeah.
Probably. It wasn't like, I was just having fun. Like it wasn't like a strategic, it was just like, it seemed, the character description was that she was very physical and we were like, how do we get this across? Well, maybe we like do something at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then the last audition was in person. And it was just me and another actress who is lovely. We love her. And I went into the audition. I did a terrible audition. It was atrocious.
Oh, no.
It was really, really bad. Because I got really nervous because I saw the other actress and I was like, oh, she's fantastic in everything she does. I'm going to kill myself.
I feel like that is such a universal experience.
Universal experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, that's like every audition ever. You just like, the other person in the room is always like slightly better looking and more talented than you. And you're like, oh, great. Well, there's no point in me being here.
Should I just go now?
Yeah,
or?
I should just go home, I guess. I'll just fly back to Spain. But so I did a terrible audition. And then on my way out, I was like, I got to do it again. And I asked my mum to ask them. And they made Mr. Hugh Jackman wait, which is crazy, which I'd never do now as a 20-year-old. When you're 11, you have the confidence of like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd be terrified.
Yeah,
but
fair enough.
As an 11-year-old, I was like, I want to do it again. And I did again. And I went in there and first of all, I was like, the Spanish in the script is incorrect because I'm Spanish. And I corrected it.
That's
and I was
incredible.
I was like, this is the correct version of it. And also, can I improv? And James Mangold was like, sure. And then I booked it. Yeah.
And that is, you can watch that online, I'm pretty sure. If you have not seen this, you should absolutely go watch it online because it really is like a feral 11-year-old walking up to Hugh Jackman and just like giving him what's what. It's incredible.
Yeah, I fully punched him, which I don't think was in the script.
That way you were like, I want to improv specifically to punch Hugh Jackman.
I really want to beat him up. But I booked it, so I did something right.
And thank goodness, right? It's so good. You were perfect for the role.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What is a story from being on set with Hugh that maybe people would not expect to hear about him?
Oh God. I think anything you say about Hugh is just going to be like wonderful, and everyone kind of knows that. But he's genuinely the sweetest, the funniest. He's like always singing, dancing. He'll be like in full like blood and sweat and like tap dancing. It's like crazy. He's so sweet. He was like so wonderful to me when I was 11, and he was so wonderful to me again when I saw him last year, and like all through press. He is genuinely like, I feel so much love for him, and he's my mentor in this. I wouldn't be where I am today without him, and I wouldn't be who I am as an actor and as a person without him. So just, I don't really have one story. I can give the craziest character assessment of him. He's the most wonderful person I've ever met.
I love that. The check cleared from him as you said that also. Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, I imagine.
Where would you love to go with Laura next? Like, what would you love to see next for her story?
Honestly, I would just love to do anything with her. She's one of my favorite characters to play. I think she works really well in teams, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, now we're right? Yes, now we're talking.
I would love to, but I'm happy I got to come back. Hopefully I get to do it again. If not, I'm happy with what I had.
I think we all really hope you come back as well.
Yeah, well, me too.
We got to talk about Star Wars as well.
Yes, we've got to talk about Star Wars.
Yes. I think The Acolyte might be the best Star Wars show ever made. I think. I mean, do we love The Acolyte in here? Like, I think it's amazing. Yay! Right?
Oh, yay.
Devastated to not be getting more of it.
Devastated. We were all very sad.
Yeah, I can't imagine. What was that experience being like on the Star Wars set with that cast? Like, what was it like?
It was the best.
Yeah.
It was the actual best. It was so insane. We only had practical sets, which was crazy.
So sick.
And just, we went through like Jedi bootcamp, which was so fun. And like most of my training was with Manny, who is like, Manny Chisentu is like arguably to me one of the best Sabermen ever. Like,
yeah, agree. I mean,
ever.
I think we would agree with that. He's amazing.
Action.
Yeah.
He's insane. And he would like, I've never met anyone with that capacity for like choreography learning and like that grace, because he's a dancer. And we'd like train together, and I just kept like fangirling. I was like, this is going to be so cool.
What does Jedi boot camp look like? Take us through a day at Jedi boot camp.
A day of Jedi boot camp was like, you'd arrive in the morning, you'd do like 4 hours of like saber drills.
Whoa.
And then you'd do like, for me, because I had some like fist fights, I had to do also some like boxing and stuff. So it was just like a bunch of like just us doing like saber combinations.
You're really like in it.
Yeah.
Is it heavy? Is the saber heavy?
Yeah. No, I remember my wrists got thicker from like it was crazy. One of my bracelets didn't fit, and I was like, what the hell? We were like, it was intense. And we also did force training, which is a very interesting experience. It's just you in a room with a woman, and she's like, feel the force, and you're like, okay. Like that's literally it. That's
amazing.
It. Yeah. And then she kind of like helps you find a movement. It was really helpful. It's just like anyone from the outside would be like, what's happening here?
I think force choreographer would be a pretty dope job.
Oh, sick job. She'd come on set and she'd be like, so just, and you'd be like, yeah, gotcha. Like,
cool.
It was
she'd be like,
fun.
no, you're doing the force wrong, actually.
Yeah. No, she would, because she was right, because you were doing it wrong. You're
right.
Like, and then it was really interesting because you'd figure out like where your character would pull the force from within them, and it'd be like, I think she carries it more in like the tensions in her gut, or like maybe she's pulling it from the earth. Like it was interesting.
Can you use the force on the audience right now, real quick?
Oh God, no, I'm shy. I haven't done it in like over a year.
No one's judging you.
No one's judging me?
No,
I feel like everyone's judging me. Everyone
We can do it together,
okay.
But I haven't had the training, so I'll be bad at it, and that will make you feel better. Okay, ready? Okay.
What are we doing?
What should we do? Should we...
I feel like we should push.
Okay, let's do it. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That was great.
I think you killed it.
Thank you so much.
I think you killed it.
I feel like I could tell the difference between like you were really pulling it and I was just
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Shout out Alex.
Well, and you do always play these really complex girls and women who can really stand up for themselves. Why do you think that kind of representation is so important on the screen? And who do you look up to? Who's been particularly good at that?
I think it's, like I said earlier, I think it's really important to show real people. I think we're seeing it, like, in general. I think representation is crucial. I think nothing makes me happier than, like, when a little girl is like, I felt really represented by you in this movie. And I've seen it with, like, all of my co-stars that I've worked with. We all feel so blessed when that happens. And I think that's really important, because I remember when I was little and I saw something and I was like, I remember seeing, like, Hermione in Harry Potter and being like, I want to be like her, and she, like, reminds me of me. And that's such, I think, an important thing for children to see themselves in the media that they're consuming. And I think I've always really, there's so many women in my industry that I admire. The main two for me have always been, like, Gina Rowlands and Angelina Jolie. I think they've done it. Like,
amazing choices.
The bestest.
Yeah. We have some audience questions. We're going to go rapid fire here a little bit. Crosby from Calgary. Hello, thank you. You've worked with so many amazing people. What's the best advice you've ever gotten from a co-star?
The best advice I've ever gotten was probably from Hugh Jackman. And it was to always remember that as an actor, you're being really pampered and treated like you're better than, and to remember that everyone else around you is exactly as important as you are, and you should know everyone's names, and you should make an effort into showing how much you care about the people around you.
I love that, and it does not surprise me at all that that came from Hugh Jackman. Like, that is exactly what I think about him. That rules. Jonathan wants to know what your go-to comfort movie is.
Okay, comfort movie? I think, okay, so if I'm feeling like, just like I miss home, Harry Potter, for sure. Any Harry Potter.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Particularly Prisoner of Azkaban.
Respect, insane respect for that choice.
Yeah, thank you. If I'm feeling like sappy romantic, I'll watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
An all-timer.
And
absolutely.
if I'm feeling like I want to be depressed, I'll watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, because that's, like, my favorite movie.
Incredible choice.
Yeah, thank you.
Sometimes you do just want to be real sad.
Sometimes you just want to cry.
You just gotta
do you know
be a
what
sad
I mean?
guy.
Gotta happen.
Okay, last question from the audience here. Eloise wants to know, I saw you have, like, a huge bag back there. Your sister here walking around with a huge bag, which I understand completely. If you had to survive in a zombie apocalypse with only the things in your bag right now, how long would you last?
I love this question.
It's so good.
If we're getting crafty, maybe like a week. I don't think I'd last too long. I have, like, a journal, a laptop, and, like, a couple cameras. I'm a camera obsessed person. But probably, like, if I'm thinking about it, you could probably strangle the zombies with the cable, smash them with, like, the laptop.
Yeah, laptop becomes a weapon very quickly.
You can, like, hurl a camera at someone. That seems pretty painful.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do with a journal. Maybe slap someone with, I don't know. I don't think I'd last too long.
Paper cut to death.
Paper cut to death.
That's it. Yeah,
to be fair,
figured it out.
Paper cuts are the worst.
They're the worst, absolutely. Join me in thanking Dafne Keen, our wonderful guest today, for being here. Thank you so much.